Welcome back, my dear ones. Now, in this video, I would like to bring your attention to theories of forgetting. There are three major theories of forgetting: the trace decay theory, theory of inhibition or interference theory, and the repression theory. We can just look at these theories. The first theory is the trace decay theory. According to this theory, forgetting occurs because of the fading of the memory traces or engraves as a result of lack of using the stored item for a long period. Some people see the stored items as some traces or engraves. See, if we are using some instruments, it will be fade. It will fade, right? We can see that its color is fading. Similarly, we store some items as some traces or engraves. And when we are not using these items at regular intervals, it may be fading. The items, the engraves will be fading, so we will not be make use of the faded items when we need it. So we have to make use of the items at regular intervals according to this theory, trace decay theory. Then the second theory is theory of inhibition or interference theory. According to this theory, forgetting occurs because of the interference or inhibition of the memory traces of other stored or learned items. See, if there is an instrument now horn, we will look at it, right? But when we purchase a new item, we will make the old item at a corner, and we will be forgetting about that item. Similarly, and at times if we purchase a new thing and if we feel that the old item is better than the new item, then we will be forgetting the new item. And similarly, when we learn something new, sometimes it may be interfering and we may forget the old item. And when we learn a new item, the old item may be interfering and we will not be able to store the new item. We will be forgetting that item. So there are two types of inhibition or interference. That is retroactive inhibition and proactive inhibition. Retroactive inhibition is the inhibition of a new item in the previous item. We learn a new item, and on the because of the effect of this new item, we may forget the old item. For example, we have already learned the word put, and we learn a new word cut, and here CUT. The old word is put, PUT. And when we learn the new item, a new word cut, and after that when we see the word put, we happen to tell that but, because the new item is interfering in the old item and we are forgetting the old item. That is retroactive inhibition. Proactive inhibition is inhibition of previous item in the new item. The same example we can take. We have already learned put, and now we learn cut. And after learning cut, if we learn cut today and tomorrow, when we see the word cut, we pronounce it kut because of the interference of the old word put. So this is theory of inhibition or interference. So retroactive inhibition is there, then proactive inhibition is there. And the third theory is a repression theory. This is a defense mechanism, and this is highly psychological. Repression theory is a defense mechanism that painful items are thrown into unconscious mind and the person does not wish to remember them. And this is something important in the case of teachers, because most of the times teachers make students forget. As I told earlier, we are trying to remember, but our unconscious mind will not permit us to remember. For example, the teacher, the same example we can take. The teacher teaches the word put inside the classroom, and the learners have already learned. And after that, the teacher introduces the word cut. The teacher just writes the word on the blackboard and asks the students how they pronounce it. And one student stands and tells kut because he has already learned put. And if the teacher tells, what the hell you're talking, from where you're coming, is it kut? It is cut. Nonsense. If the teacher tells so, the student can never remember it, because the painful experience, the insult that the student had to experience before his classmates will be there in the unconscious mind. So even when he is trying to remember the word by using his conscious mind, his unconscious mind will not permit. So actually, the painful experience prevents or hinders the person from remembering the item. And this is repression theory. So I told you, this is something important in the case of teachers. As teachers, we should never insult our students, because the painful experience will be affecting their memory, affecting their capacity to store, capacity to learn. So these are the theories of forgetting. Thank you very much.